Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for October 28th, 29th, and 30th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, if you're new to the channel, or if you just want to bypass and cross-watch, then down there under the description is a timestamp, because this is the introduction and it's on all the videos. So if you want to bypass, go straight to whatever the video is you want, the part of the video you want, go down there, okay? Okay. Now, you know that this is the weekend, and I want to thank everyone. I am starting to feel better. I'm starting to actually have more energy, which is wonderful. I will be getting on soon. I've been reading the comments, but I haven't been able to answer the comments just yet. I go to answer the comments and say, oh, I think I need a little nap. Sorry, so I'm still napping during the day. Whatever this is, it's not horrible. It just makes you want to sleep. So don't worry about any of this. Carve out some time should this happen where you can get some rest. Chicken noodle soup or chicken soup, wonderful, wonderful recovery tool. Anyway, this is the weekend, so I am going to be using my Radley Valentine deck, my Angel Tarot cards. For the main reading, I will use my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. I will use my Doreen Virtue and Grant Virtue, the Angels of Abundance, and of course I'll pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, because this is the introduction, I am going to be using my Waite Rider Tarot deck, and I'll pull about 3 cards from there, and then I will pull one from my Colleen Barrett Reed, the Good Tarot. I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. Just remember, these are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? Okay. Now, just kind of going over what's the weird stuff going on in the world. You know, we are in Scorpio season. As of today, we are having that new moon. It was a partial solar eclipse, which actually gives a really big jump start to whatever's going to be happening right now. And then in 2 weeks later, we are going to have that full moon, and it's going to be a Taurus full moon, and it will be a total lunar eclipse. Now, normally that's not so bad, but we are in the, and I shouldn't say so bad, we are in the Taurus. Taurus is in the northern node and Scorpio is in the southern node. Scorpio has this, Scorpio in the southern node brings about a lot of karmic past, okay? While Taurus in that northern node is about building a future. But we are in the karmic past. We are dealing with some things that maybe we didn't deal with right, or maybe we were just not aware of. And remember too, and I know you have to look at this whole big thing, and it gets very, very overwhelming. You know, I talk about Saturn, illusion versus reality, and so many things that we haven't really looked at that's the reality of our world. Then we have something that just went on, or I talked about the full moon, and that's going to have some Uranus type of influences, really, really strong Uranus type, to the point people have said that, when I just do my research, a lot of this is what I get from my feelings and from my research per se, or how I interpret what I'm getting from research. But they're saying that there's going to be so much of this. It's going to be very structured, very strictured. It's just going to be very boxed in type of energy, especially around that full moon. So, so that in itself, very, very tight. And again, I'm always talking about that good old Saturn in Aquarius. Now, the other thing that we need to talk about is, okay, basically we have we have Jupiter that has been retrograding, and it is retrograding from Aries into Pisces. Now, I'd said it wasn't necessarily going slow, but it is starting to go slow, because around November, I'm not sure, November 20th or something, it starts to go direct again. So this goes back into that it's starting to go direct, retrograde stationary. And this is where things start to look at, I'm always thinking the stationary part is where the energies are really concentrating on whatever needs to happen now. Okay, so it is doing that. But then we also have on the 29th Mercury entering Scorpio. So again, news, news, electronics, hearing things, just fast acting, almost like not being able to hold on to your hat. Remember, it's like hold on to your hat, where, things are about to get shaky now, or things are about to move fast. That's what's going to be happening more with Mercury in Scorpio. And remember, Scorpio to me does not like secrets. Scorpio also has that transformation type of energy, such as Pluto has, the rising of the Phoenix. But another interesting part, though, is October 30th. Mars is going retrograde. So what's interesting about that is we're coming to the end of a retrograde season. Okay, I think that even Neptune goes direct, I think, in early December. So we're coming to this towards the end, where it should be tapering off the retrogrades, and now we have a new retrograde that is going into place. So those are little oddities. Another little oddity. So what does it mean? It just means that things are happening that we are not used to seeing happening. And again, it's like all of this planetary movement wants to really shake things up more and more and more. Now, the other interesting thing that's kind of lovely for us, though, is I did post, I think it was more on Facebook. I'm sorry, not feeling as well. I did not post it on our community chat, here. But I posted this thing with Venus. Venus goes through this cycle. It's a 1-year cycle, but then it does it 8 years in a row. And when it does this, and if you look at the computer simulation of it all, it turns into this beautiful flower pentagram, very loving, just very beautiful to behold. Now, for the last 90 plus years, this petal journey, and like I said, it does it every 8 years. Each petal starts and has been ending in Scorpio. This time around, it is doing it in Libra. So it will be doing this for a good another 90 to 100 years, where it starts in Libra season and then it ends in Libra season. And like I said, it does this for an 8-year cycle until it comes to the beginning again, and it creates something quite beautiful. It really, really is a beautiful thing. So let's see what we have here. Venus is in Scorpio. We are in Scorpio. The new moon is in Scorpio. We do have, like I said, Mercury is entering into Scorpio, and Mars in Gemini is going retrograde at 9:26 a.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. And, that's Mars. Now, I do associate Mars with Aries because Mars is Aries. Aries is Mars. Greek, Roman mythology, whatever you want to say. But Mars is also very strongly connected with that recycle, that death, birth type of energy of Scorpio. So I just feel like these 2 weeks, there's just a lot of interesting stuff, and just be prepared for an interesting ride. The other thing, though, is not to worry about any of it. Not to worry about any of it. These are things that happen, and we just continue. Whatever is going on in the world, in the universe, no matter how, it can feel very, very stressful, and I do get stressed too, but I still have to live my life, okay? And I still work to keep my vibrations high, because that's part of our job, is to keep our vibrations high. Lots of activity happening this coming weekend, coming and going. We have the 8 of rods, 8 of fire. Lots of activity happening. Again, not knowing if we're coming or going. Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Passionate, very burning, very determined energy. 8, unlimited opportunities and possibilities. Things happening that we're not necessarily, like I said, things happening that we're not necessarily in the best control of. But it's not horrible energy. It's not out of control energy. They are, but again, we don't know if it's coming or going. Okay, let's see what else we might have here. Remember, rods, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, burning, passionate, determined. Next card up, the World. So this is reverse. So the reversed energy has, to me, it's a little stronger energy. Other people read reverse cards differently. I just say, hey, pay attention. So we have a 21, we have a 2. 2 is choices, decisions. We have a 1, new beginning. The World is basically things are completed, things are done, things are happening, but you've done what you needed to do. Now, could it just be that there's a lot of, could we just read it very simply that there's a lot of activity going on in the world? We don't know if we're coming or going. Definitely we can do that. But the World does give a very good vibration that says, again, not to worry, not to stress. These are things that have to happen. They have to happen in order for a lot of that, a lot of what I was just saying in the heavens to be completed. Okay, next card is, now we have that 7. We have that 7. 7 is a divine number to me. It is a divine number. It gives me a divine umbrella. It says that even if things are happening you don't like, it is happening for a reason, and there is a divine covering. Okay, now we have a Sword energy. Sword energy is our air energy. It is our Aquarius, our Gemini, and our Libra energy. So, basically, Aquarius and Gemini have a lot going on in the game right now. They're, Gemini, Mars, by going retro, is going to be covering a lot of old ground. And like I said, whenever things, and it's retro stationary right now. So it's kind of watching and seeing, what do I need to do? But as it goes retro and it starts to pick up a little more movement, it goes and really looks at what was left undone. So, what else needs to be cleaned up? Now, we do see this guy. This does have a kind of that 5 of Sword energy where he's kind of has that sneaky snake energy. So Swords is about making plans, thinking things through. It is about basically, like I said, hearing news too. But it's all about, hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. But so, like I said, there is that sneaky snake type of stuff. But the 7 of Swords, to me, is giving me a trickster energy right here. It's kind of like, look over there, don't look over here. So let me divert your attention. I'm kind of like, while you're thinking everything's all nice over here, I'm making way, and I'm taking the 5 swords over here. So there is a sneaky snake energy here, but there's also a trickster energy. So be aware of your environment. Be aware of, like I said, this has to do with making plans, but it's also hearing news. It's also strategy. So again, it's, does it concern the world? It could. The world, though, does give us that energy that says, not to worry so much. But lots happening. Look over here. Don't look over there. There's a trickster energy. There's a diversion energy, and it surrounds the world. So let's see what we've got going on here. Let's see. For this energy, for this going on. Higher power. Now remember, if I didn't say this, I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, Holy Spirit, God, whoever that is that you say. I say God, Holy Spirit, and just say whatever you want, whatever this is your channel, not mine. So here we go. Let's see what we've got. Higher power. What else is there about this weekend? Interesting times. As always, interesting times. You ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, how lovely is this? Okay, so again, reversed. We have drawn the Tower card. So this is a 16, this is a 1, new beginning, 10, transitional energy. 6 is the number of man. It's the energy you put into something. 1 plus 6, though, is a 7. So it is divinely covered. It is divinely guided. It is the Tower card. It is where everything feels like it's falling apart and falling down. But again, it's one of these times that it has to do this. Now, there is also a very big cleansing with this falling. There is this there's a sense of, whatever this is that's falling apart, it is getting rid of the things that we don't need anymore. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's easy energy. It doesn't mean that it's easy to get through. We have to maintain, we just have to keep our eyes, on this world card. We have to remember things will turn around. Things will, everything goes full circle energy. But the Tower card is not necessarily a pleasant card to go through. But in order for something to be, to be rebuilt, or I shouldn't say rebuilt, in order for something to be built, it needs solid ground. I do get this energy with this, though. I am picking up a lot of the gray energy here, but I do have that blue sparkles, not sparkles, but the blue kind of shining through also. But the gray energy is not necessarily, like I said, it's not necessarily a positive, but it's something that has to be done in order for things to be moving on. Okay? Interesting stuff. Can't really tell you, we will see what we will see. Please take a moment. I know being off that one time, it messes up the algorithm so much. So I would really appreciate it if you could like, share, subscribe, click on the bell, comment. If you've done all of that, undo it and do it again. I get a lot of people telling me that, my videos just don't pop up. I do put them in playlists, and I also get a lot of people telling me that there's missing videos. And I know I really don't post anything until I have all the videos ready to go. So if you could do that, I'd appreciate it. I'm a small channel, and that would just help a lot. Anyway, why don't we get started with our videos now? Hello, my Scorpios, and how are you doing? Happy birthday to you. Okay, so I do feel that there's going to be very intense energies for you, but again, too, you are my detectives. You are the ones that look things up, and you do a lot. You do a lot of discovery energy, stuff. So I am going to though say that this is going to be a very intense time from this new moon to this full moon. I think after the full moon, things will come together more and more. So I feel like this is your work time. This is the time for you to really stay focused and do what you need to do. Okay, so let's see, higher power, what do you have for my Scorpios? Or what would you like to tell my Scorpios? Our Scorpios. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Reversed card, the last one. Okay, first card is High Priestess. Listen to your intuition. Listen, and if you're not making time to really connect with your higher power, this is the time to do this for you, because you're going to get a lot of downloads. You're going to get a lot of I kind of get the downloads, but I also get the upload energy too. You need to really connect so that what you're giving, you're going to be receiving. What you're receiving, you're going to be giving. Now, it's almost like you're a conduit for this weekend. And I'm just going to say, stay connected, listen to your intuition. Now, too, I didn't mention it really in the introduction. It almost seems mundane with just all the stuff going on, but it really isn't. We are coming to All Hallows Eve. We are coming to Samhain. We are coming to the very thinnest part of the veil. So this is, this is not necessarily what you need to believe or you don't believe. This is just, what general beliefs are, okay? So this is that time to really pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the gut feeling. Pay attention. If something says for you to stay home that day, you stay home. But if something tells you to go over there, and it's really strong, and remember, I'm always saying you need to really think about the difference between wishful thinking and intuition. A lot of times we're like, well, I just really want it, so I think I'm going to go after it. That's not a bad thing to do, but I'm saying, is that your intuition or is that your wishful thinking? This is a weekend of high, intense connection with higher power. Now, we have a 2. 2 is Crossroads choices. It's also coupling. Archangel Heniel, it is a Archangel, major arcana card. It is, now the High Priestess is one, I do love her energy because she gives you, I shouldn't say she gives you what you need, okay? She doesn't try to overwhelm your senses, but she will try to stretch it. And she may give you something that, you might find very incredulous. Again, like I said, again, this is a weekend for you to really be working on that connection with your higher power. Anyway, listen to your intuition. Have patience. Consider carefully what you want before acting. Like I said, intuition, wishful thinking. Here we go. Next card, the 2 of air. So you've got some 2s going on right now. So again, crossroads, choices, connecting, air, sword energy. We talked about that in the beginning. This has decision energy to it. This is like you know what you need to do. You just need to do it. But something holds you back. Maybe because it's not necessarily what you want to do. Maybe because it doesn't necessarily fit into your plans the way you'd like them to fit into your plans. But you know that you need to do what is right. You need to do what you know is the that meets with your integrity also. I do, I haven't said this for a while, but there are many Scorpios that are very old souls. I mean, if you want to consider reincarnation, it's like you've been incarnated many times over. And many, so there's a very strong wisdom to you. And it's almost like Scorpio wants to pull that all together and pull that out of you too. Not out of you to discard it, but it's like you need to step up. You need to step up. You need to do the right thing. You need to do what is needed, okay? But the thing about the 2 of air is being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. Your last card reversed, the Ace of Earth. So 221, 122. 1 is a new beginning, new start. It is just as it says, and this is our path. It's actually making a step on your path. Earth is our Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo energy. Money, job, career. It is about your home. There could be, maybe, is this all about, changing jobs, changing homes? I always feel like my Scorpios that it's a very hard thing for you to stay in one place, that, maybe you stay in place for a couple of months, maybe a year, maybe 2, and then it's like that wanderlust or that searching or that I need to find another, I need to do something else comes along. Well, the Ace of Earth is one of those cards that says whatever you are planning on in that tangible energy is going to work out for your benefit, okay? Now, the Ace of Earth, too, just because of everything that we've got going on, the Earth reminds me to talk to you about grounding. Grounding basically to connect with the earth, connect with water, connect with something that's going to really, again, when you're getting all of these downloads and when your mind is just kind of going all over the place, it's really a good time to just kind of, grounding actually helps to release a lot of I want to say it's positive energies, but positive energies are in a way that they're very negative to the body. Okay? So, so though it says it's positive, it's really not positive. Too much positive electric energy is not good for the body. So earth energy does remind you to ground it, and it does remind you to help to release it also. But this is about the inflow of abundance of money, a promising business venture, important documents, or contracts. So you maybe you're facing a job offer, maybe you're facing a move, and it's just that it looks good. I do, like I said, I find my Scorpios, you do get a little bit of a wanderlust, but sometimes it's just nice to stand still too. But it's it just, whatever this decision is, it does concern this Ace of Earth. And then your High Priestess is just saying, hey, pray, meditate, use your intuition. It'll help you solve the problems. Anyway, let's see what higher power. What do you have with the John Holland cards? What do you have with this? Here we go. Disruption. Disruption. Now, a 16. This is the Tower card. That is what I talked about in the beginning, in the introduction. So something is going to whatever, and I'm not saying maybe whatever's going in the world, that's, in the universe, maybe you're going to catch a little bit of that too. Like I said, I feel like things are going to break free or be more releasing after the full moon, because that Uranus, there's just too much weird energy that's just too, going on between this eclipse to the next eclipse too. So disruption, Tower, things have to break down in order for things to be built up or built better. Now the other thing I do like about this card though is I look at him and he's, he is bound. But whatever this is that's binding him, because it's being disrupted, it will break him free. So whatever it is, it may not feel comfortable, but it does release you into some freedom, come what may. Okay? So let's see what we have here. Let's see. Again, High Priestess is really connect with that higher power. Not comfortable. This could be connected to the introduction that I talked about, and that it does, affect you. Or this can be your personal disruption, but whatever it is, that Ace of Earth is right there for you. So if it's, money concerns, security concerns, that Ace of Earth does have that covered. Okay? So let's see what we have going on with the abundance of angels. I always have to look sometimes. Well, I sometimes have to look. Here, try again. Oh, there we go. Cards go where the cards go. Here we go. A couple times. Let's see what we have here for my Scorpios, our Scorpios. This one is reversed. Conscious consumer. Okay. You have the power to heal and help the world. There's the world energy again. With your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simply and you purchase only that which you need. So is that telling you for this weekend to get some things that you need, but only, I don't know. Now sometimes too, remember, money is also energy, and it can be the energy that you put out. But they're telling you some, invest in fair trade, organic foods, live simply, and purchase only that which you need. Let me know what that means to you, my Scorpios. Let me know how that affects you this weekend. Okay, let's see. Crystal or energy for my wonderful Scorpios, my birthday Scorpios. Earth. Well, remember we talked about grounding. So it really is important for you this weekend to be very grounded. And again, it's something to do like with your electronic, your electrolytes. We're not going to go into the whole physiology of that. But it is about, walking barefoot, putting your feet into water, the ocean, lakes, streams. It does help to release these positive energies that are just too much for your system. Okay? So the earth is about abundance, fertility, harvesting, and logic. Interesting stuff here. The twos are the ones that are really connecting. Decisions. Not sure. You let me know. Okay, like I said, I am reading my comments. Just haven't gotten to answer them yet. But please take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. It really helps a small channel like mine, so thank you. As always, though, my Scorpios, always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.